The Quest 2 was a brilliant device. Amazing resolution, cutting edge XR2 chipset, and that brilliant price. £299 was frankly astonishing. I still very much love the Quest 2, but the key word in that first sentence is was. It was a brilliant device in 2020, maybe 2021. Now it's 2 years older and it finds itself £100 dearer. And of course, it still has all of its original shortcomings. But at the time, there was no other company with the balls to compete with them on prices and specs. Remember the Vive Flow? The Pico 3 should have been a warning sign. With identical specs and a similar price, Meta should have been on the ball and either made the Quest 2 more attractive, maybe sell it with an actually good strap, or they could have released something else. After all, they're meant to be working on the next 2 or 3 headsets. But what did they do? They increased the price and then they released the so-called enterprise headset, the Quest Pro, at an eye-watering £1,500. Yeah, we're all going to buy that. And sadly, it seems the Quest 3 is at least a year away, and now, like a reinvigorated Ivan Vanko, yes, that's an Iron Man 2 reference, ByteDance, the TikTok people who made the Pico 3, have struck again with the Pico 4. Let's get things straight. The Pico 4 isn't just bad news for the Quest 2, it's absolutely ruined the Quest 2 for me. So let's go through at least 5 reasons, there might be some bonus reasons at the end, why the Pico 4 has ruined my Quest 2 experience. And number 1 is the field of view. That is how much of the VR world you can see at any one time. The more, the better. The bigger the FOV, the more immersive the VR experience. I always knew the Quest 2 field of view was small, but you kind of get used to it and it's okay. But now I've got access to a Pico 4 with its much larger field of view. Whenever I go back to the Quest 2, it's like looking through a pair of kids' binoculars. I can no longer get used to it because every time I use the Pico 4, it just makes it glaringly obvious how bad the FOV of the Quest 2 actually is. The second reason is the colour pass-through. I didn't mind the black and white pass-through of the cameras of the Quest 2. It didn't affect gaming and VR, so I just kind of put up with it. But now I've seen the colour pass-through on the Pico 4, I can't stand seeing the horrible apocalyptic nightmare that is the Quest 2 pass-through. Why are the cameras on a Quest 2 black and white anyway? Maybe it helps tracking. So maybe we should ask why didn't they just include the extra colour camera like Pico has? Meta are the ones always going on about augmented reality or AR when virtual objects can be placed in the real world using pass-through of the VR headset. So why would they make their most popular device so bad at it? Honestly, it just boggles the mind. Before we get into reason 3, let me quickly tell you about VR Wave, who have sponsored this video. VR Wave make lens inserts for the Quest 2 and the Pico 3 and 4, as well as other accessories, and they're having a huge Black Friday sale. Their lenses slot into the headset easily using magnets and come with a really nice carry case. As well as their excellent lenses, they also sell facial interfaces to make your Quest 2 more comfortable. Because, oh yeah, the Quest 2 stock facial interface is scratchy and nasty. I totally forgot about that. Personally, as a glasses wearer, I cannot do without lens inserts. I don't want to wear my glasses in the headset because not only do they steam up really fast, they could also scratch the lenses of the headset and totally ruin it. If you ever wondered why VR was blurry for you and you're a glasses wearer, then there's a good chance it's because you need these lens inserts. And VR Wave make great ones. I'll leave a link to their website in the description. Now back to the video. Reason 3 is the IPD, or interpupillary distance. The Quest 2 has 3 default IPD settings, which they hope will cater for everyone. Well, they don't. Most people are just choosing the setting that is the best of the bad bunch. A setting that's close to what they need, but not actually what they need. The Pico 4, on the other hand, has a motorized IPD adjuster. Not a slider, a freaking motor. You can just adjust it from the inside of the headset as you're looking at VR. You don't need to keep taking it off and guessing. You can get it bang on and it's amazing. Reason 4 is the size and comfort of the headsets. We all know about the crap strap of the Quest 2, although to be fair, with my amvr backpad on it, it's not that bad at all, but damn, the strap on its own is not comfortable. We all said, hey, it's the price we pay for having it sold so cheap, except now it's £100 more and still has the crap strap. The Pico strap is not crap. The Pico strap is great. Basically, it comes with an Elite strap, and it's very nice indeed. You may well have noticed that the headset itself is a lot smaller than the Quest 2. This is partly because of the lenses, more on that later, but also because the battery is in the strap part and not the headset itself. The result is a perfectly balanced headset that is amazingly comfortable. Luckily, there are solutions for the Quest 2 from companies like Kiwi Design and Bobo, and whilst they can make the Quest 2 as comfortable as it can possibly be, battery straps which improve balance bring the total weight above that of the Pico 4. Now let's talk about the lenses for reason 4. The Fresnel lenses of the Quest 2 have been around for a long time. They performed admirably for what we needed, but they always had the issue of the very small sweet spot. That is the area of the lens that actually looks good when you look through it. These lenses are also part of the reason why headsets that use them have to be quite bulky, because there has to be a certain distance between the panel that generates the picture and the lenses that take that picture and make it look like it's coming all around us and turns it into immersive virtual reality. Enter the Pancake lenses. Pancake lenses are flatter, like a crepe. They have a greater sweet spot and can be closer to the panel than Fresnel lenses. It's because of the Pancake lenses in the Pico 4 that the headset could be smaller. Now think of what I've just said for a second. The IPD on the Pico 4 is motorized, so it's precise, but also the lenses have a bigger sweet spot, so it perhaps doesn't need to be as precise as it is. The Quest 2, on the other hand, has imprecise IPD settings, but also lenses with a bad sweet spot. This is a facepalm moment. With a good strap, I can get the Quest 2 to be just about decent, but the Pico 4 takes no time at all to get an ultra clear image. And that brings us on to the price. By the way, those Pancake lenses are in the £1,500 Quest Pro. So with the Quest 2 being $399, the Pico 4 must be expensive. Elite strap included, motorized IPD, Pancake lenses, smaller, more comfortable, much bigger field of view. Are we talking $799, $899? Nope. £379 for the 128 gig version, $449 for 256. That's £20 cheaper than the Quest 2 for the 128 and £50 cheaper than the Quest 2 for the 256 gig version. That is ridiculous, especially when you consider the Quest 2 is really an extra £50 on top because you really do need to get a new strap, unless you get the amvr one. By the way, I have reviewed the Ultimate Quest 2 strap. It is the Elite battery strap from Kiwi Design and it is amazing. Links below in the description to Kiwi Design and also the video review of the strap so you can see it for yourself. We know Meta has been losing ad revenue and also that TikTok, from the people who made the Pico 4, is doing so well that Instagram, owned by Meta, is basically trying to copy them with Instagram Reels. It appears the industry leaders are close to becoming the industry followers. They also have the very dubious position of requiring YouTubers to become Meta partners in order to sample their headsets. Now, I'm not saying the Meta partners are lying to you. Most of them are not. I know some of them well and their integrity is rock solid. But as a consumer, I might find it hard to trust the word of a smaller YouTuber that has become a Meta partner to get devices that they otherwise might not be able to afford. ByteDance, on the other hand, are willing to send out the devices for testing with no requirements, only that you have to post a review of the device. By the way, my review will be coming soon. This is sort of a mini review, I suppose, but due to the title of the video, it is a bit one-sided. I'll say now, the Pico 4 is not a perfect device. It does have some shortcomings. For example, the Quest 2 controllers run on voodoo magic and last forever using a single AA battery. The Pico controllers don't. Also, the Quest battery lasts longer than the Pico's, despite being quite a bit smaller. The Quest 2 also has the larger game library on account of it being around for longer. But none of these really affect me as I play. They're more quality of life. Obviously, it would be nice to have more games, but I am confident that won't be an issue for long. All in all, this is why if I have to do something that I can do both on my Quest 2 or my Pico 4, I will always now, without fail, pick up the Pico. And this is why Meta really need to sort themselves out and get something out that VR gamers who aren't super rich can have a play on. There'll be more Pico and Quest 2 content on this channel, so do feel free to subscribe if you want to see it. If you enjoyed this video or got something from it, hit that like button. Or if you're an upset Quest 2 fanboy, then feel free to hit the dislike and leave me a comment about how you've never used the Pico, but you know Quest 2 is better. There won't be any Quest Pro stuff on the channel because I'll never buy it and I won't be a Meta partner. Besides, they've literally never even spoken to me or replied to any of my messages apart from when they wanted to use clips from my Teachers in a Haunted House video. After all the Quest 2s that are sold for them. I'm rambling anyway. Thanks for watching. See ya!